I'm calling in regards to the escaped prisoner.
Okay.
Have they caught him yet?
No. Can you see him or something?
Well, I'm down here by Delaware County EMS Station 1, and there's a gentleman down here that's fitting his description.
It was that 911 call that ultimately led to the capture of a 16-year-old who climbed a fence at a Marion detention facility and escaped last night. Michael Wilson was on the run for more than 12 hours and made it 20 miles south all the way to the Delaware County fairgrounds this morning. Chopper 4 was flying over the area as deputies closed in and arrested Wilson. It's video you'll only see on NBC4. We have team coverage of this story tonight. Rick Reitzel spoke exclusively with the neighbor who saw the escape. He reported it to authorities. But first, Marcus Thorpe explains how it all went down there this morning. Marcus?
And Kevin, as you heard there were a couple people actually spotted that 16-year-old right off of 23 here along the fairgrounds. And that chase actually started right up these gates areas, and then those law enforcement agencies on cruisers while Wilson was on foot caught up to him. He was tased, he was cuffed and arrested. But hours before that, it was a very difficult day for those who were caring for children and certainly worried about their families. At Delaware Grace Brethren Church, they were learning how close the suspect might be.
Social media really got the word out, and then I received a direct email from a police officer that's connected with our church and several others.
They also run a daycare here, so their team, communicating often, got to work, protecting their most valuable guests.
Just walked the perimeter, made sure all doors were locked from the inside and outside. All doors were locked. The classroom doors were locked as well from the outside, and no outside play.
And about a mile away, the suspect was spotted around 10:15, running into the fairgrounds. He was boxed in on each side. On one side, a sheriff's deputy. On the other, Ohio Wesleyan officer Jay McCann, both in their vehicles.
Not in 11 years of working for the university have we ever been in a suspect chase in a vehicle.
Wilson wasn't stopping, traveling hundreds of yards despite.
Told the suspect several times, stop, 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 don't run, don't run. Gave him several opportunities to comply. The suspect refused to comply. The deputy did what was necessary to detain the suspect and keep our community safe.
The deputy deployed a taser, and it landed, knocking the suspect to the ground.
He was not happy he had been caught.
But these teams who worked hard to track, chase, and eventually arrest did their work and got their guy.
Today's events really shine true of the communication and the partnership that all of the safety services here in Delaware County share.
That suspect was actually taken to the hospital for observation after being tased. That is customary here in Delaware County anytime there is a tased incident. As for those schools, Buckeye Valley and Delaware City schools were in lockdown for a while, and those schools, as well as the daycare and church, told me they certainly were relieved when they found out the suspect was in custody.